get you to the latest from the live desk because our Barrett Leone is here. We know summer construction season has already begun. MnDOT sharing more about some of these projects. Barrett?
Oh, yes, there is a number of them. MnDOT officially kicked off its 2026 construction season. It's tackling more than 200 road projects this year, but there is one coming up that will impact tens of thousands of drivers. The Minnesota Department of Transportation plans to close Highway 280 in both directions from I-94 in St. Paul to 35W in Roseville. Northbound lanes will close April 13th, with southbound lanes closing later in the month. The highway will stay closed through late August as crews resurface pavement and repair bridges along the stretch that carries up to 60,000 vehicles a day. MnDOT says the full shutdown will help crews finish the project faster and more safely.
Improving our highways now will have a long-term benefit for Minnesota's businesses, residents, motorists.
These improvements help ensure that we get to our destination safely, as well as on the way home.
MnDOT urges drivers to plan ahead, check 511 for updates. Some nearby business owners say they're concerned that this closure could hurt traffic and make it harder to bring in new customers. So we'll hear from them in the next half hour.
And that's a real concern. If you're a business and you're thinking, what's this going to do to my business? We'll have to wait and see. All right, Barrett, we appreciate that update. Now, Barrett mentioned several other projects throughout the metro. We are following them. That includes 394 over in St. Louis Park. We told you about that before. Highway 12 in the Wayzata, Minnetonka area. That starts in a few weeks. That's going to stretch through November. Highway 65 in Blaine. That's a big one. Reconstructions of the intersections. That's between 97th and 117th Avenues. So you can expect some lane closures there. And 94 in St. Paul. They're going to be replacing the bridges over there. That's the John Ireland Bridge.
Yeah, that's the first one that they're going to do. That weekend closures coming up soon, so we'll be sure to tell you about that. But lots of them. You can see much more at our website, WCCO.com. We got a full rundown.
One of Minnesota's top Democrats wants to know if two Republican colleagues were drunk on the job.
So this picture right here appears to show Republican Representatives Elliot Engen and Walter Hudson drinking on Thursday afternoon. Well, later that day, they were in the Minnesota House chamber, and on Tuesday, House DFL leader Zach Stevenson said that he is troubled that they, quote, voted on consequential legislation on the House floor and then continued to drink until Representative Engen was arrested for driving under the influence.
The arrest happened about 2 a.m. Friday morning in White Bear Lake. We got to look at the police report, which you can see here. It says Engen he told police he was sober cabbing Hudson and another passenger. Police say he had a blood alcohol level of 0.13. That's more than 1.5 times the legal limit. Both lawmakers have since apologized. Republican House Speaker Lisa Demuth has called their behavior unacceptable and said in a statement that she'll be addressing the incident with both Engen and Hudson.
President Trump is set to address the nation on the war with Iran tonight.
CBS News' Jared Hill tells us this comes as he's signaling the war could come to a close by the end of the month, bringing down gas prices down with it.
Ahead of a wartime address, President Trump with an update on when the U.S. will get out of Iran.
I think we're 2 or 3 weeks. We'll leave.
While the president says negotiations continue, in a phone interview with CBS News, he argued he doesn't need a deal to end the war.
Regime change was not one of the things I had as a goal. I had one goal. They will have no nuclear weapon. And that goal has been attained.
The president also criticized U.S. allies for not doing enough to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, a key shipping lane for the world's oil, telling CBS News, if they want oil, come and grab it. I'm not a gatekeeper for them. They weren't there for us. U.S. stocks soared Tuesday over the prospect of the end of the war, but concern over lingering disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz have gas prices up almost 35% since the war began. Tuesday, the average price for a gallon of regular topped $4 for the first time since 2022.
That's a lot. That's going to hit people's pockets hard, especially if they're traveling for work.
President Trump said he expects that to drop when the war ends.
All I have to do is leave Iran, and we'll be doing that very soon, and they'll become tumbling down.
Meanwhile, another American naval aircraft carrier was deployed Tuesday as the U.S. and Israel launched more strikes on targets in Iran. Iran's military has threatened to attack the Middle East offices of several American tech companies, including Microsoft, Google, and Apple, if Iranian leadership continues to be targeted. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Tonight, President Trump will address the nation with a special report on the war with Iran. That's happening right here on WCCO at 8 p.m. Minnesota's election leader is vowing to fight new mail-in voting restrictions enacted on Tuesday by President Trump.
So in a statement last night, the Minnesota Secretary of State Steve Simon said this latest unconstitutional power grab will meet the same fate as the rest. It will not stand. He's talking about the president's executive order to create a list of verified eligible voters in each state. This would also ban the U.S. Postal Service from sending absentee ballots to people who are not on an approved list.
The cheating on mail-in voting is legendary. We'd like to have voter ID. We'd like to have proof of citizenship, and that'll be another subject for another time. We're working on that.
In Minnesota, there have been a total of 138 cases involving any sort of voter fraud. This is between 2004 and 2025. That is according to data that's been compiled by the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank. It's a close call for a West Metro family and their pets. Their two dogs came face to face with a coyote right in their backyard.
Grant Brown says he took out his two corgis, Coco and Pickles, Tuesday morning. Quickly, they came face to face with a coyote. Officials say encounters like these have increased in Wayzata, surrounding cities. Wildlife experts say sightings are normal this time of year, with mating season running from January to the end of March.
It wasn't until I was about 50 feet away and I started banging on the bucket, flailing my arms and things, that it finally started to at least walk away. Our little dogs don't really stand a chance.
So here are some tips if you ever do, in fact, run into a coyote. 1, make sure you make lots of noise. 2, make yourself look bigger. 3, never run from a coyote. And of course, make sure you're always supervising those small pets when you are outside.
It actually looked like Graham did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Following the rules, exactly.